What's up, everybody? Corey here. Hope everybody's doing well given the shit everybody's going through right now. Went out to take care of some errands today and stopped at Walgreens to get something that I needed and talked to a couple homeless people outside. I was recording for part of it, but the file ended up getting corrupted. But the guy was telling me about how he did 5 months for loitering, for walking on the sidewalk and then stopping for a rest. I don't know how that's a thing. I got to talk to a deputy about how she believes that there's jaywalking in Florida. So I educated her, but then I went on to misquote the statute. So I'll correct myself in the video here. But I hope you guys enjoy. Remember, subscribe. If you like this video, drop it a like. If you don't, hit the dislike. Leave me a comment. Let me know either way why. And share this stuff. I got nothing else to do right now. Can't work, so I'm just gonna be trying to make content. Anyway, on with the video. So here I'm done shopping. I just got finished talking with a couple homeless people, or I imagine they were, because he was telling me about how all the cops know him, and I imagine he's been to jail a bunch of times. Told you already he did 5 months for loitering. You can't see it, but there's an intersection to the left of me here, and he was telling me that the cops tell him to only cross at the crosswalk, that he can't cross anywhere else. And I tried to explain to him that jaywalking really isn't a thing in Florida. He was like, well, try telling the cops that. So I decided while I finished my cigarette, I'd wait on the deputy to come out and I'd get her thoughts on it.
Hey, deputy, is there jaywalking in Florida? And what's the statute? Because the only one that I read says that if you cross anywhere other than a crosswalk, you just have to yield the right-of-way of traffic.
I'm sorry, I will have to look at my statute book to tell you like exactly what it is.
Yeah, just update yourself on that. Window down. $316,137B.
Alright, let's read it together. Every pedestrian crossing a roadway at any point other than within a marked crosswalk or within an unmarked crosswalk at an intersection shall yield the right-of-way to all vehicles upon the roadway. Now what that means is if you happen to cross the street and get hit by a car and you're not in a crosswalk, then there's really nothing you can do about it. You'll most likely receive a citation also. Now, if you're in a crosswalk with the walk signal or in an unmarked crosswalk and a vehicle strikes you, then you can seek compensation for your injuries. Between adjacent intersections at which traffic control signals are in operation, pedestrians shall not cross at any place except in a marked crosswalk. Now to explain what that means, I got a couple diagrams. This first diagram is an example of what they were referring to when they said adjacent intersection. Notice it's two intersections directly next to each other, both controlled by a traffic light. In that case, it's illegal to cross anywhere other than in the crosswalk. The next diagram also shows consecutive intersections, but in this case one's being controlled by a traffic light and the other one's being controlled by a traffic sign. In this case, it's okay to cross wherever you like, understanding that vehicular traffic has the right-of-way, so you must yield to them. Finally, no pedestrian shall, except in a marked crosswalk, cross a roadway at any other place than by a route at right angles to the curb or by the shortest route to the opposite curb. This would be the excuse that the deputy used to try to ID Rogue Nation when he told him he had to cross the street at a 90-degree angle. No, you don't have to have a protractor to cross the street, folks, but this is what that means. It just means you can't cross a street like this. Just remember, take the shortest route from curb to curb, which will always be at a right angle.
Check it out. Have a good one. Stay safe. Honor your oath, too.
Huh?
Honor your oath. Thank you.
So, by the end of this, I'm willing to admit that I was wrong about some things. There are some circumstances which they can stop and detain you and cite you for crossing the street illegally. But the thing is jaywalking isn't really a legal term. So, remember, cross at right angles. If you're between two adjacent intersections, use the crosswalk. Other than that, just be mindful of vehicular traffic. Don't jump out in front of anybody. Let me know what the laws are in your state in the comments. Let me know if you've ever been stopped for jaywalking or anything similar. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks again. We'll see you next time. Peace.